JBL Tune 761C. These headphones promise active noise cancellation, 50 hours of battery life, and powerful balanced audio. All this under €100, guys, but are they really a best buy, or is it just a question of marketing? I'm Nelson, a DJ for many years, founder of a movement that organizes events, and this is my channel. Let's just say that after all these years, I've learned a thing or two about sound. Welcome to Nelson's channel. Let's start right away with the design of these headphones. The 760NC are over-ear, lightweight, with a construction that's almost entirely plastic but still quite sturdy, despite this crack here that they got after a pretty hard knock. A pretty simple, clean look with the JBL logos prominently displayed, basically. Available in black, white, blue, and pink, these headphones are foldable. You can just toss them in your backpack just like you see here. They take on any shape. They're a bit like a liquid. They take the shape of whatever container holds them. The ear cups are made of faux leather. They do get a bit warm in the summer, but in the end, their comfort really comes into play. After hours of use, you barely feel them. They sit nicely over your ears. Let's just say that in terms of comfort, they pass the test with flying colors. Speaking of the functions and controls of these headphones, let's move to the right ear cup, where you'll find all the buttons you need to use them. They're not touch buttons, guys, they're physical buttons, and I'd actually consider that a good thing. When you're wearing them, you can just press without having to look at what you're pressing. You can feel the button you need to press. These headphones support Bluetooth 5.0, and the real highlight is the multi-point feature. In fact, they can be connected to up to 2 devices at the same time. For example, you're watching a video on my YouTube channel, maybe on your PC, and at the same time you get a call on your phone. You can answer the call on your phone without even taking off the headphones. A cool feature that I, as a DJ, really appreciate, even though I wouldn't recommend these for DJ use, but much more for listening or even for sports use, if you will, is the physical presence of a 3.5mm jack. In fact, in the box, they also give us a jack-to-jack cable so you can use them as classic wired headphones. Oh, and in addition, the package also includes a Type-C cable, which allows you to recharge these headphones. And after just 5 minutes of charging, you can get up to 2 hours of listening time thanks to their fast charging feature. Now let's talk about its main feature, active noise cancelling, which can be turned on or off simply by pressing this button. JBL has definitely done a good job with these headphones. Of course, we're not talking about the extreme quality of €300 headphones, but for its price range, let's remember, under €100, it works great. Continuous noises like trains, air conditioning, or car sounds, in short, are filtered out very well. People's voices, however, remain somewhat audible. Also keep in mind that the passive isolation from the ear cups themselves already does a great job as it is. However, since there's no ambient mode, when someone talks to you, you absolutely have to take off the headphones. Now let's talk about the audio quality of these headphones. On the audio front, JBL stays true to its style. Powerful bass, very present, but never overwhelming. The mids are balanced, even if they're a little bit recessed. The highs are clear, but not too bright. Let's just say these headphones are still boosted on the low end. If you're an audiophile looking for a flat neutral sound that's true to the original, these headphones aren't for you. The volume isn't really that high. Believe me, as a DJ, I've listened to headphones with volumes that can blow your ears out. The fact is, in any situation, even extreme ones, these headphones definitely don't distort. Let's also talk about calls, because these headphones are Bluetooth, and when someone calls you, you can talk thanks to the built-in microphone. In quiet environments, you can hear the other person perfectly, and they can hear you well too. But with a lot of noise around, your voice loses a bit of clarity. Let's just say I wouldn't use them for professional calls, but for regular voice calls with your annoying friends, they're fine. Now let's move on to the last point, the battery and battery life of these headphones, which is another strong, actually very strong point. In fact, JBL claims 50 hours of battery life without active noise cancellation and 35 with noise cancellation on. In my tests, with the volume cranked up to 100% and active noise cancellation on, we easily surpassed 24 hours of use. I'm someone who listens to a lot of music, guys. Then as I mentioned earlier, they have fast charging. With just 5 minutes of charging, you can listen for 2 hours. So let's make a list of pros and cons for these JBL 760NC, starting with the pros. We definitely have excellent battery life. The active noise cancelling is great for this price range, nothing to complain about. We have Bluetooth multipoint, meaning 2 devices can be connected at the same time. Powerful and immersive bass. And the foldable design is very lightweight and extremely comfortable, even for long sessions. Speaking of cons though, there's no ambient mode. If someone talks to you while you're wearing the headphones, The materials are cheap. In fact, it's all plastic. There's no dedicated app or external equalizer you can use with these headphones. What you get is what you get. Let's get to the conclusions. The JBL Tune 760NC are perfect headphones for those looking for active noise cancellation, powerful bass, and outstanding battery life. All this while still keeping the costs low. They're not premium headphones, but they do their job and they do it well. So if you want ANC headphones under 100 euros, I'd say these are probably the best on the market. But if you're looking for a more neutral sound or much more premium materials, then you can move up to another price range and maybe check out the Soundcore Q30 or the Sony CH720N. At this point, leave me a comment below if you agree with me about these headphones, which are just awesome. Down in the description, you'll find the link to buy these or their direct competitors, and I'll see you in the next video. And see you.